distinguished dignitaries on the dais, Thiru Naliku Pusami, Ms. Sovana Chandrakumar, Thiru Velu Asan, Thiru K. Damodaran, Thiru M.D. Srinivas, Thiru P.K. Sambandhan, Thiru Guruvayur Durai, Thiru Radhakrishnan Devasanapati, Thiru Lakshmipati Ramasubhayar. Their family members, all the eminent persons present here, friends from the media, today is a very, very special day for Raj Bhavan. We have with us 9 most precious national assets sitting on the dais. Some couldn't make it for reasons beyond their control. I extend my hearty congratulations to all of them on behalf of the people of Tamil Nadu. Each one of them, through their lifelong pursuit of their passion, they have achieved something extraordinary and made the nation proud. The Padma Award, we know it is highly prestigious. It is a recognition of the contribution that they have made to our society, to our people, to our nation. Take Tirunalli Kupuswamy. Now he has been conferred for trade and industry. We know the people in trade and industry, what great service they are doing to our country. They are the wealth creator, they are the job creator. But Tirunalli Kupuswamy is something more than that. He pursues ethical business. We know in our tradition, earning wealth is a part of every person's purusharth. It is required, expected. That every able-bodied person should be able to make wealth, create wealth. But creating wealth not for just oneself, but for the society as well. Sharing the wealth. And we find Thiru Nalli Kupuswamy a living illustration and example. Wherever there is a good cause here, he is there. Be it our cultural promotion of culture, education, or anything that is good to the society, he lends his hand. This is ethical business. This is our value. Sovanaji, you know, she took Bharatanatyam to a much higher level. We know the Bharatanatyam is our identity. When we try to define our people, how do you define? When you say Indian, Indian is a political identity. That's not sufficient. That can be level. But we know that our culture, our art, which defines us, is something which has come as a heritage for a long, long time. It is a civilizational heritage. She has enriched it and taken it to the next level. And the nation is proud of her achievement, her contribution. Take through Veluvasan. Veluvasan, this parai, that musical instrument, it was dying, it was fading out. But this great man has, with passion, revived it, revitalized it, and now you find young people, young boys and girls developing interest in it. We know, friends, what has been bequeathed to us by our ancestors as a civilizational heritage, it is our responsibility to preserve and promote. This is what Thiruveluvasan is doing. Thiru Damodaran. Food is not just something to quench your hunger. Yes, that is at the most basic level. At the most basic level, at the animal existence, we all know that ahara nidra bhaya maithunam cha samane tat pasavinyaram. But beyond that, beyond taking food to the next level, where the food acquires beauty, it acquires characteristic that uplifts your other senses as well. Now taking this food to the next level, to a much higher level, popularizing our food, our cuisine, what he has contributed is something that the nation will always remain proud of. Thiru MD Srinivas. This long period of colonization and the machinations of the colonial rulers, they tried to make us believe that we were uncivilized, we were backward, we were in dark ages. And all the good things that has happened or can happen only through the knowledge that they have imparted to us. But the reality is something else. Long, long before, when Europe was, or people of Europe were still swinging on the trees, this country had a very advanced civilization. We have a very rich heritage of science and technology. And it is there. It is not that it is just an empty claim. These are all borne out by numerous, countless evidence. Imagine, long before the Common Era, more than 2,000 years ago, since then, when this country was the most dominant economic power of the world, when India was the engine of growth for the whole world was market of our product. We know that how our rulers from here, this land, Tamil land, they had their embassies in Rome and other countries, Roman Empire. In the east, extending to China, trade, we were trading. We know that our country in India, we didn't have and we don't have natural source for gold, very limited. But yet, our country was known to have the largest gold reserve. From where did we get it? It's all trade. We trade it. How could it have been possible without the knowledge, without the science and technology that the people had? Making the finest clothes, finest iron, finest leather work. So science and technology of this place was so evolved, but forgotten, deliberately forgotten. Through MD Srinivas, he revitalized it. He made us realize that, look, we were not in the dark ages, we were far ahead than all the people, those who claim to be ahead of us. Our science and technology heritage we need to be proud of. He has revitalized. Thiru P.K. Sambandhan, we know how he energized Terukudu. Now, this performance, what is popularly called a street performance, if you look at the significance of it, it's so profound. What made this country Bharat? We know that Bharat was not a one political state in the past. It was a Rashtra, it was a nation. While there were numerous rulers, numerous kings and queens, but the people of Bharat were united. How? What shaped that common consciousness, that chitta of the people of this country, from Kanyakumari to Kashmir and from Kutch to Kamrup? What shaped? What shaped are our, what we call great epics, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam. And how did they reach the common folk? Not through books, not through teachings. It's through performance, a street performance by our people, by our artists. And that is performed all over the country. It's not only here. It is known by different names in different parts of the country. But then, this has been fading away. This thing, the institution, the art that carried their eternal wisdom to our people and which brought the people together, that art cannot be allowed to fade away. And so, when through P.K. Sambandhan is doing what he is doing, the nation remains proud of him. Through Lakshmipati Ramasabayar, in an age when there is, the mercantile economy, make more money, come what may, forget about ethical values. But in such an age, holding on steadfastly to ethical journalism, people must get the truth. He didn't care whether he gets advertisement or not. But putting his own earning, he sustained. He became an example, an illustration of, yes, in this age where there are people all around going to please the power that be to get for the benefit, here is an institution created by a great man to hold on and have the ethical journalism. And we must be proud of it. Thiru Guruvayurdurai, Mridangam. Again, our classical musical instrument. This classical musical instrument It's, we know that our music, Bharatiya Indian music, it differs in very fundamental ways. It doesn't cater only to the senses, it feeds the soul. It nourishes the soul, it is a spiritual in nature, inherently spiritual. And all this, and that's why in our country we have traditional knowledge given to us from our ancestors in thousands of years. This is the way to reach the divine. Nad Brahm, music, song, reach. Now this percussion instrument, again, you see this younger generation, people, they're losing interest. But people like Thiru, Guruvayur, with a zeal and commitment and passion, has not only revitalized, he has taken it to the next level, and we are all proud of him. Thiru Radhakrishna, Devasanapati, we know what he has given to the country. Any visitor from anywhere in the world, when it comes to this country, we know that howsoever high or mighty they may be, there they come, they go to Bharat Mandapam. And the first sight that they get is our great Nataraja. A magnificent Nataraja. Friends, we know Nataraja, when we recite his name or we think of him, something happens. And the way it is sculpted, the grace on the face, besides the size of it, which is pretty huge, the grace, it gives you a distinct, that serenity on the face gives you a feel instantaneously. The feel, the soothing comfort of Anand Tando, which Anand Tando, when there's a harmony in the world, Lord Shiva is enjoying. And that's the beauty of that statue which is brought. I think he has left a great everlasting heritage for this country to be ever proud of him. Friends, this Padma Awards, instituted long back in the first decade of our independence, it was intended to recognize, to honor the people who silently who have been contributing to the nation, to the society, to hold the society, to create that glue in the society and uplift the society to the higher level in various domains, be in the domain of art, literature, music, trade industry, sports, whichever. But then it so happened that the state, there is a fundamental difference between the state and the Rashtra. A state is a political entity. A state is an institution for the service of the Rashtra, for the nation. Now, but when the state becomes all-powerful, nation suffers. People become dependent on the state. When I say state, it's not provincial. I'm talking about political state, Indian state as well. So, when the state began with a noble intention to recognize such people, such assets, those who are holding the society, those who are encouraging the society, those who are inspiring the society. Because somehow, some of us, those who have been in the state, we believe that it's the state which is holding the society and is carrying it. Nothing could be far from truth. It is the silent, unsung heroes, those who are in the society, those who are keeping this country, society together, and they are the one who are. Take the case of, let us say, culture, our identity. How can a state give identity? A state is only a political identity. You have your passport can have an Indian citizenship, that is a political identity. But that's only for diplomatic transactions, not inherently what you are. It is the people in the society and people in the society. They who build it. To recognize them, to appreciate them, so that they inspire. Because we know in our old saying, Bhagavad Gita itself says, these such people, when the great people, they move, others they look at and they follow. Yada acharati shreshtam, tatra devi tarojana. Sa yat pramanam kurute lokas tadanu vardate. Lord Krishna tells in Gita. The way the great people move, the others, they follow. So they are inspiration. Unfortunately, over the years, it lost track. And people close to the administration, close to the government, those who were in the government, they started. I found n number of people in the civil services, in the bureaucracy, in the administration getting Padma awards. Yes, they have done great service. I am not berating civil services. But what I am saying is, it was intended for the people in the society, not in the state. And that too, those who are silently working, doing good to the society. But then, as the state became more and more powerful, there was a disconnect between the state and the society. And people even didn't know who all were people who were doing good works in the society. Things have changed. Things have become much more transparent. I remember when I was in the Home Ministry, and when it comes the time round about the time when Padma Award is to be decided, I used to get a lot of people recommending, okay, so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so. Nobody does now. It is all online, transparent. Anyone can nominate anyone. And there is a jury which decides, is not a part of the government, is out of the government. Independent, from the society, eminent people, reputed people. They decide from the entire nominations, look, these are the people, this year we will do that. Earlier it was the Home Ministry which was deciding it. And that's how, at times it used to be very difficult because it used to displease many people because look, how many cases are, who do you recommend? I don't know. But then, the whole process has become so transparent and taken away from the government. Government comes only at the time when the whole thing is done by the jury and is given. And then if the government does this, okay, announce it. It has no, I tell you, my friends, things have changed a lot. And that is why we see today a barefoot woman, a tribal woman, getting the Padma Award. She knows except planting trees. Unknown person whose life mission is disposing the unclaimed bodies, doing the last rite. Who cared for them? None. They are now getting. Now, this is such a prestigious recognition, and I know there are people sitting in this very audience, and I'm pretty confident that sooner or later some of them would be. My own sense is, I'm not saying that my own sense is because many of you are doing such a wonderful work. Perhaps, who knows? I may or may not be here, but the fact is to sort of felicitate you, but I'm sure in days to come, years to come, such recognitions would happen. Our country is now becoming people-centric, from a state-centric to people-centric. And it is the people-centric, the trust in the people. Trust in the people, people's confidence, people's capability, people's potential. If you have the trust multiplies and people give their best. And this is what is happening today. A decade ago, look at in every field, we were way behind. At the time, 1947, we were the 6th largest economy. 2014, we dipped to the 11th. We kept talking high things, but we continued becoming poorer. In the last 1 decade, we jumped to the 5th. And we know that the world acknowledges in soon we are going to be the 3rd largest. Who is making it? Our people. They are contributing it. Other days, I was going through some data of our own state, Tamil Nadu. More than 1 crore 50 lakhs people have taken Mudra loan. Half of them are women. Nearly half of them. I have met them. And some of them. And they are doing wonderful job. A woman who was just a housewife doing nothing. Now the women. Some of them have got together, 10, 12, formed a self-help. Each of them got some tailoring machine taking Mudra loan. 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs. And now they are supplying garments to the local market. Earning, supplying, adding to economy. Someone has set up tea shop, coffee shop. A lot of things are happening. Enterprise, popular, people's enterprise. Trust them. We had no startup. Today we are among the top 3 startup ecosystem in the world. It is with the trust in our people. The very simple, income tax. We had just about such a huge country. We had just about 2 crore people who were paying income tax. Today we have 10 crore in last just about 7-8 years. How? Because you have started trusting the people. Their strength, their capacity. So from the state-centric to people-centric, empower the people. And in this, energizing the people, adding to the positive force, creating and adding to the positive force. These great people, those who are sitting on the dais, we are so grateful to them because you are adding to the positive force in the society. You may or may not be aware what you are doing. You are doing it because perhaps this is how you are programmed, this is how is your DNA, this is what you are compulsively, you are so passionate about what you are doing. But what you are doing becomes an example for countless others, they follow. And that is how society, that is how the nation grows. And I am confident that in coming days and years, our nation will reach her destiny to be a benevolent leader of the world for the good of the world. This is where we are heading to. I once again wish all the awardees, all the distinguished persons, very long, healthy and creative life, because we expect you to continue guiding us, guiding the society with what you are doing. Thank you very much. Jai.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we extend our heartfelt thanks to the Honorable Governor for felicitating the dignitaries from Tamil Nadu who have been conferred with the Padma Awards. We once again thank all the dignitaries for bringing more laurels to the state through their wonderful contribution. We thank all our dignitaries from various walks of life, from various cultural sabhas, from various state associations for being part of this wonderful function. We request all of you to